What's up, model babes? Welcome back to another video on my channel. If you're new here, my name is Key and I help you new and aspiring models learn how to start modeling and get paid doing so. So if that is what you are interested in learning more about, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. So today I wanted to focus on rejection and specifically what it feels like and what to do when you are rejected from a modeling agency. So for those who don't know, I am a model. I am signed with 2 agencies at the moment, and I have applied to many agencies before I was signed and was actually rejected from the agency that I am now currently signed with. So I've had my fair share of rejection in this industry, and when going on castings or applying to jobs and bookings, it's not always guaranteed that I'm going to get the job. And I just want to let you guys know some things to keep in mind if you are getting rejected by an agency, a casting director, and things of that nature. But first, let's debunk some myths. I know most people think that, well, if I don't apply, there's no chance for me to get rejected, and so a lot of people out there don't even try to start modeling. They don't even put themselves out there in fear of being rejected. And I want you to know that is completely normal. I understand where you're coming from. It can be hard to put yourself out there, and this industry is really based on vulnerability and having to really, put all of you out there. You're being judged on you and your looks. But at the end of the day, if this is something that you want to pursue as a career, even as a side job, if you want to take on a few bookings here and there, you're going to have to get comfortable with rejection. It's going to happen more often than not. And so you have to build up that tough, thick skin if you're going to be in this industry and if you're going to be a model. Now, most people may think that if they are rejected, that means that there's something wrong with them, right? That they're not good enough, that there has to be something wrong with how they look or something that they said that might be throwing off the decision of the modeling agency or the casting director, right? And I just want to let you know that that is not always the case. 90% of the time, the casting director is going for a specific look, specific vibe for their campaign or whatever they're trying to promote at this time. And the same for agencies. They have a roster of models that they represent, and so your look just may be similar to another model, and they don't want to have that competition between you guys, right? They want to make sure that they give the clients a variety of different looks to choose from, and if they already have that one look that a client is looking for, they may pass by other models that have a similar look because it's just not worth it for them. They already filled that slot in a sense. So that's what might be happening on the modeling side. And on the actual casting side and the booking agent and things of that nature, these businesses have an idea of what they want their campaigns to look like, what they want their models to look like, how they want their models to look, how they want their brand to be represented. So most of the time they've already got it made up in their head. So you are submitting against the idea that they've already made up for themselves, and that could be one of the possibilities of you being rejected from a casting or from booking a job. It might be because they already have a look in mind and your look doesn't match with that, right? So there's nothing wrong with that at the end of the day, right? They have their idea of what they want. The modeling agency has their idea of what they need. You're submitting to see if this is something that you can fill, and if not, you move on to the next. So I really want you guys to not take rejection to heart. I know a lot of models that I've personally worked with inside of Model Boss Academy have told me how the rejection has really stifled them from continuing to go because they just feel like it's not for them, and that is not the case, okay? There is an agency out there for you. There will be jobs and bookings that you get. You just have to keep putting yourself out there. Keep pushing, keep putting yourself out there and doing the work. And those jobs in that agency will align for you, and you will find yourself in the right place at the right time. Another thing that it could be, if you're getting a lot of rejections from the bookings that you are getting from your agency, so if you're already signed, you're getting those emails coming in from your agency, and you're applying to these castings, but you're not seeing that you're booked for these jobs, it may be because your agency isn't marketing you properly. I've discussed in other videos how there are different markets around the globe, but just in the United States, there are different markets for different looks. And so if you have more of an edgier editorial look, but you're on the West Coast, you might not be in the proper environment for that look because the West Coast is more commercial, more lifestyle, girl next door type of vibes. So you want to make sure that you're with an agency that has a plan for you, that actually knows how to market you, what your look is specifically going to be best in, and who to push you to. It's also going to be on the agency's behalf to actually be booking those types of clients. So this is when you do your research, right? Before you sign with them, make sure that you're seeing what types of jobs the agency is booking, because that is going to determine if you're going to be booking those jobs too, right? You need to see like who is their clientele, what does their client base look like, and do I fit that client base? So make sure you're doing your research and know what type of clients the modeling agency is used to servicing and providing models for, and if you fit that client's look, brand, aesthetic, and you know you guys can align with that. So that's something to think about. So here's a few things you can do if you are noticing that you're getting a lot of rejections back from modeling agencies, or when you are trying to book castings that are sent in from your modeling agency. So the first thing you want to make sure you do is to keep building your portfolio. The more work that your agency has to showcase you as a model in all these different varieties of situations, then the better chances that they can book you for a multitude of things. So you want to make sure that you're keep taking pictures, keep networking with different photographers, because different photographers have different photographic styles, right? So you want to make sure that you're networking, shooting with different photographers, and most importantly, sharing these photos with your agency so they can keep your books updated. If you're a freelance model, this still applies. Make sure you're still taking pictures, you're still keeping pictures fresh on your Instagram or on your website, so that people that are looking for freelance models in the area can see your work, can see your new work, and potentially see something they like and book with you. So keeping your book fresh is a major key. The next thing you might want to try is different hairstyles. It's okay to switch it up as long as you have the pictures to back it up, right? So I know that a lot of models will say not to change your hairstyle, but as a model of color in this industry, it is very unlikely that we are going to be wearing the same hairstyle for more than a few months, if weeks at that. So you want to make sure that you're switching up your looks and trying different things to see what clients might like. And I'm not saying to drastically change your hairstyle and like not tell your agency. That is a big no-no. You don't want to do that. You always want to make sure that if you do change something about your appearance, that you have pictures, preferably digitals, that you can share with your agency, and so people can see what you look like. And so when they share your portfolio with potential clients, the client already knows what you look like and what your current state is in. But I have recently been talking with a few other models who didn't see a lot of bookings at the beginning of their modeling journey, but have most recently found that they are getting booked more, and coincidentally they had just changed the look of their hair. They tried braids or twists or the short bob or something different that they took pictures in, started taking more pictures to boost their portfolio with this new look, and then started getting booked. So you want to make sure that you're trying out different things, right? If something's not working, if you're seeing that you're not getting booked, that people are just not booking you for the job, then maybe you want to try tweaking your appearance just a little bit, nothing drastic, but changing out a hairstyle or two, just to see what might work. And lastly, if you tried everything and you're still finding that nothing is working, you're still getting rejected from these casting directors, then it might be time to look for different representation, specifically for my models who are signed on this part, okay? So if you're signed with the agency and you're still not getting booked, it might be, again, like I was saying, that they are not marketing you correctly and you need to look for somebody else. So it might not be you, it might be them, and that's okay. As you evolve in this industry and you really understand what you want out of your career, then things are going to change, your needs are going to be different, and you might have to find another agency that's going to fulfill those needs better than your current agency, and that's okay. As long as you leave your current agency on good terms, then you shouldn't feel bad about changing directions and moving into a different space with a new agency that could better potentially market you and get you bookings and help grow your career into something that you've really been wanting, So it's okay to change agencies if you're not seeing the growth that you want. If you're a freelance model and still not seeing the work after you've changed your hair, started to refresh your portfolio on a more consistent basis, then I would say that it's time to really start looking for representation. Clearly, something about what you are doing is not helping you to reach the goals and get the things done that you want done in your career. So it might be time to actually look for some representation to help guide you and get you started in this industry properly, so you can start seeing more bookings and you can actually start building a career. future. And that's all the tips I have for you today, model babes. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got a better understanding of what rejection really means. It might not be you. It might just be the environment that you're in right now, and you might need to move somewhere else. You know, it might be something that you just need to tweak, a little change here and there, and then the bookings will start rolling. So just try new things out, test new things, always be curious in this industry, and don't be afraid to keep trying new things, because that's what's going to set you apart, and that's what's really going to help you move into that next level of your career that you want to get to. So now I want to hear from you. How many times have you been rejected from a modeling agency or gotten a casting that you didn't book? Let me know your story down in the comments below. And if you're looking for more information on how to find the right modeling agency for you, you can check out my previous video up here. I'll put the link as well as it in the description box below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next one.